So we're going to demonstrate how we used the Spectrochrome Laser to help Elena after she had surgery on her hand. She had a lot of delayed effects from the anesthetic block. They did a nerve block in her neck, so she couldn't move her arm, and she didn't have any feeling, but she had an abnormal kind of energetic sensation, like she was detached from her arm. That was very, very troubling to her. And so we found using the laser very, very helpful. One of the things we like to use is platonic solids, and so we had energetically determined which solid was the one that her body would resonate with. The problem with the solids, though, when you put them in here, because they're made out of rose quartz, is that they're fairly heavy, and sometimes the magnet isn't strong enough to hold it in there. And the last thing I wanted was for this whole thing to fall on her hand. And so we find that just with intention, we can potentially apply something to an area without actually shining it right on it. So we've got the platonic solid loaded in the chamber here, and then we've turned it on. And then I like using this as basically as a pendulum. Now you can look at the area that you're treating and hold this off of the area, imagining that you're actually holding it over it, which is what I did. So today the anesthetic is relaxed and everything, and so we're going to actually focus more on healing the bone, because she broke her fifth or pinky finger here and has a couple of stainless steel pins that are holding the bone pieces together. So our intention with today's treatment is to actually speed that healing and reorganize the crystalline matrix of the bone crystal to reestablish the connection that's been lost there. So here we go.
Oh, yes. I'm starting to feel really a kind of sensation of warmth and tingling that is going from the tip of my pinky finger all the way up through the elbow, all the way up here. Wow, that's quite intense. Well, feels like it's opening all the meridian that is going from my little finger all the way up through the elbow and up through the shoulder.
And I can feel that the rotational energy is lessening in the laser now, and it's just about done. You can see that it's barely starting to move here, and then usually once the message has been fully received, then it'll just start swinging back and forth like a pendulum rather than rotating like you see there. How do you feel, Amore?
Yeah, it feels alive. It feels expanded. I feel very much aware of the connection between my head all the way down to the little finger. Yeah, like there's communication. There's communication between the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, and the finger. Whereas before it felt almost like an isolated, like my finger was isolated from the rest of my body.
Okay, wonderful.